What is up, citizens? This is President Vocelli, joined by...
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Sketchy Smeargle.
And today we are going to be bringing you a pre-set review of the upcoming Pokemon TCG set, Ancient Origins - Bandit Ring. So, this is one of... I am so freaking excited for this set because they have so many good cards.
Look,
you know, and not just EX cards either, like regular evolutions, items, it's all great.
I've already seen the set and it's looking like it's beautiful, man. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yep, so what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be going through the set list on Pokebeach.com. And then just pausing at all the cards that we think are worthwhile to play in competitive decks. So, I think the first thing we'll start with is, of course, Vileplume.
That thing can be frustrating. Oh my, like...
Well, yeah, its ability is Frustrating Pollen. It's designed to be frustrating because that ability, it just prevents all items from being played.
And as people know, that items are a big part of this game. Not being able to use stuff like Level Ball, it's gonna be insane.
Well, let's see, you can't use Battle Compressors, Muscle Bands, Great Ball, not Great Balls, Ultra Balls. Who plays a Great Ball, honestly?
I don't know.
But yeah, that's why Seismitoad has become like the premier threat in the current metagame. Though how things will be after the XY rotation, remains to be seen.
Like this combined with Seismitoad is going to destroy. It's designed as an anti-meta deck at that point. If you're just limited to abilities, then you're kind of screwed.
Well, things like ability supporters. Stadiums you'll still have, but it'll be a very, very slow process.
Yeah.
You know, and this can just be combined with so many different decks that just make it so threatening. And I already said we're going to be going through the cards in order, but the thing is, Vileplume also becomes so good because it relies on another card in this set, a Stadium, in fact. Where is it? Big Plant Forest. Giant Plant Forest, I mean. Which lets all Grass-type Pokemon evolve during the first turn they were put into play.
So we're talking, you can go ahead and evolve an Oddish. If you have the cards already in your hand, you can go from Oddish to Vileplume in one turn.
Yep.
Literally.
Well, actually, I don't know if that's exactly how this card works.
It does because you got to remember it becomes a new monster at that point.
Well, I don't know if you have to use Giant Plant Forest and then Wally in order to do that.
No,
but
I've already like when I was actually looking over this set, I was talking to a few people, and it actually does work like that, which is scary.
Well, dang. Yeah, that is really bad.
Because in their mind, it becomes a new Pokemon at that point. Which is the weird part about it. So you can literally first turn Vileplume.
Yeah, okay, that's absolutely disgusting. Absolutely. You know, and now that Garbodor is going out of format, you don't have any way to suppress that ability, except with Wobbuffet, but then Wobbuffet has to be the active Pokemon, and no. Yeah. Just no. So, is that it for Vileplume?
Yeah, but, I mean, its predecessor, Blossom, isn't bad, man. Flower Mixture, 60 damage, and then you're able to move any, leaf energy attached to any of your Pokemon to another Pokemon any way you like is actually not a bad thing to do. Especially if Blossom's about to get knocked out.
Let's see, that's I think that'd be a very situational card, but I could see it in of all things a Roaring Skies Dragonite deck.
Yeah.
Where let's say you're like attacking with and we'll get to this card later, Mega Sceptile. You have all these grass energy in play. Then you finally get a Dragonite in play. Go ahead, use Blossom, get all the grass energy you need on that Dragonite, and then your Ocone things for 3 prizes.
True. Not only that, but with it being an actual attacking attack, it's just setting up the Pokemon just to be knocked out by Dragonite. Mm-hmm. Or Mega Sceptile in this case as well. So.
Yep, so it could be an interesting card in certain decks.
True.
Let's see. Well, next off, I'll definitely be covering Ariados, which this is basically the replacement to Hypnotoxic Laser because its ability Poison Nest. You use the ability, and both active Pokemon are now poison, except Grass types.
No. What I love about Ariados is because it combos extremely well with another card in the set, Machamp EX.
Let's see, let's go ahead and go down to that. Yep, the rules are out the window. We're going all over the place.
Because what Machamp EX says with Crazy Hammer, which is 2 fighting in the colorless, is base 80 damage. Basically, if Machamp's affected by a special condition, it does 80 more damage.
160.
So it's doing 160. Then it removes all special conditions from this Pokemon.
So it's like you were never poisoned in the first place.
Exactly. You never take poison damage.
And, you know, the thing is, all you need is 1 damage booster for Machamp to knock out standard EXs. So you can have your Strong Energy, your Muscle Band, your Fighting Stadium, hey, whatever. And if you combine them, then you're knocking out Megas.
And also, if you're not able to use Crazy Hammer with it being poison, Thrash becomes a lot better, because if you're taking residual damage from poison, Thrash is just 20 times 20 number of damage you've taken.
Yep, number of damage counter. So
and then you can set up for Crazy Hammer. I mean, granted, Thrash confuses at the end, but if you get the heads on Crazy Hammer, it just becomes a monster to deal with.
Now, Machamp EX, I think, is limited by one thing, and that's the 2 fighting energy cost.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to spend, well, actually 3 turns getting that thing ready regularly. And even if you have Landorus with the Shout of Power to get fighting energy accelerated onto it, yeah, that would still take the same number of turns.
Also, I mean that like Ariados combines with something like with Machamp and then Regirock. I mean the Regis in the series, because they all do especially if you're going up against an EX, because they do 60 plus 60 if they go up against another EX.
Let's see, Regirock. Oh yes, this thing. Oh yes, the Indomitable Rock Attack. Yeah, it does 120 damage for fighting energy and double colorless. Not bad.
So this thing you could pair Ariados with stuff like Landorus, Machamp EX, Regirock. Let's see what else.
Wait a second. I just got another idea. Okay, Machamp EX, Ariados, and of course we're just skipping all around now. Volcarona.
That's another card in the set that's going to be powered.
Yeah. The Volcarona, for 1 colorless energy, you do Sunbath. And what that does is you put a basic Pokemon from your deck, straight from your deck, onto your bench, and you attach 2 basic energy to it. So you got a Machamp EX, you put it on your bench.
All of this is just straight from the that's the most beautiful thing, because now you're at a point where you're thinning out the deck without drawing, without having to use an item, without having to use a supporter. So you could potentially run like a dual. Well, you could run Volcarona support, especially since it requires 1 colorless. I see. The way I see it right now is you could run max. You can go 4 Ariadoses. Well, no, you can go 3 and 3. Volcarona, you can go. I want to say 3 and 3, and then Machamp, you can kind of max out.
Let's see, or some variation on that number, because But I would also say if you're running the Volcarona variant, you probably need Wally. If you're going second, that is, because then you can get a Volcarona in on your first turn and go ahead and use Sunbath.
Yeah. And
be ready to attack on your second turn.
Which is crazy, because then that's at least four, like 3 cards out your deck already, because just off of Sunbath.
Yeah, it's just such a great setup Pokemon, and I'm actually surprised that I've been looking around the internet, and not a whole lot of people have been talking about that.
Which is weird. Like, I see it as that potential sleeper deck with like Machamp and that.
Yeah. Yeah, competitive players. Yeah, I kind of find it hard to understand what they think sometimes.
Like that's what my process is. That it thins out the deck like just crazy like that. And I'm gonna tell you, any TCG game, if you have the ability to thin out your deck to get to your resources for your opponent, it's a great thing.
Yeah.
Because you can get your stuff before your opponent to not allow your opponent to set up.
You know, especially with specific search cards like Skyla and computer search being rotated out of the format. Yeah, being able to let's see, better your new draws after you use a draw supporter. That's going to be really important.
Well, that also you have something else later, but I'll probably find it later.
Okay. Well, hey, how about we talk about the other kind of decks Ariados can be used with? Like earlier, you were talking about a Ariados Sneasel.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, it's more Ariados Doublade, but well, the whole concept behind it is that you actually play Sneasel, which has Doublade or Sneasel, which has False Flight, which brings your opponent down to 10 HP. And with Ariados' effect, you do it as you use the Ariados' effect, bring poison them, use the Sneasel's attack to bring them down to 10, and then let poison kill them off.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds great. And yeah, even if you use Doublade, you also have the extra benefit of being able to play the Steel Shelter Stadium, which prevents Steel types from getting any static conditions.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just so easy to set up. All you need is a double colorless to get Doublade up and running.
Yeah, and that's the strange part. It's like I see combos like that. That right there is pretty. You can pretty much break the game with just with a basic. Well, no, with a stage 1 evolution or a basic.
Though I would say that sort of deck is really compromised by decks that are so quick in setting up for huge amounts of damage.
I want to say the number one problem to that, well, no, not really Machamp. I want to say something that really doesn't, that can't get poisoned. That's a real main threat to that deck.
Oh yeah, like other grass type decks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But I want to get to a card that I have fallen so much in love with this set.
Yep.
And that is Mega Ampharos EX. That thing is a monster.
Let's see. Mega Ampharos. Pantene.
Oh my
god. But by the way, I call all my Ampharoses Pantene because it just gets glorious locks of hair.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
Like Excavate is just one of those attacks that's it's designed to just break decks. Not only does it base 120, but you can add 50 more to the attack and paralyze your opponent at the cost of just 30 damage to itself.
I mean, 170 damage is just shy of KOing most EXs and definitely shy of KOing the Megas. But then again, they're paralyzed. They can't attack and they can't retreat on their own.
You can combine that with Ariados. That's the better part with that.
Well, then you do get Mega Ampharos poison itself, and then you're taking 40 damage and then 10 more between each turn.
Yeah, but remember, you gotta remember the 50 is optional.
Well, the 50 more damage and the paralysis. But, 120 damage by itself is not enough in the current metagame.
Yeah. Not only that, but Ampharos EX by itself sets up for it so well. With Thunder Rod,
Let's see. Top 4 cards of your deck. Get as many lightning energy as you find there onto this Pokemon. Huh.
Because Excavate requires 2 lightning and 2 colorless. Let's say you manage to top deck 4 lightning energies. Right there.
Yeah, but that's a pretty that's a pretty big what if.
But I mean, there's other cards in this.
I mean, I would say that Volcarona would definitely help out with this.
Yeah.
Because you get your Ampharos on your bench. Then in the next turn, you can attach your Spirit Link, Mega Evolve, get a double colorless, and then you're doing Exavolt.
Like Ampharos, Volcarona decks are probably going to be popular with the set simply because of Volcarona's effect. Like Sunbath, go ahead and get Ampharos EX. Grab 2 lightning energies off of it. Go ahead and set up for Mega Ampharos EX, Spirit Link, wreck your face. So.
Well, I can definitely see the potential for Mega Ampharos, and a lot of other competitive players also see the potential for it. I don't know. I just have my concerns that it might be really slow to set up. But
True.
hey, creative players can always get around that.
Yeah.
So, speaking of Megas, unless you had anything else to say about Mega Ampharos.
I think that would be, if it was me, because I think once the set dropped, that's the deck I'm going to run. It's going to be Volcarona, Mega Ampharos.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty viable. Let's see, but speaking about ways to accelerate energy and Megas, we also have Mega Sceptile coming in. And this thing is... this is one of the most disgusting cards I have ever heard of. Okay, so first... say what?
It said Mega Sceptile?
Yep. It has the ancient trait, Theta Stop. Just prevent all effective abilities on this Pokemon. Its attack, Jagged Saber, 1 grass energy, 1 colorless. You do 100 damage, which is pretty decent for 2 energy, and then you attach 2 grass energy from your hand to any Pokemon on your bench, any way you like.
Believe it or not, Mega Sceptile works in every kind of deck.
And if that wasn't powerful enough, you remove all damage from the Pokemon you attach the energy to.
Pretty much. That's like, that removes, and its ability, well, even Sceptile EX with Sleep Poison would just pretty much that. I want to see Sceptile, Mega Sceptile EX, Area Dose. Hell, you can go fucking Vileplume with this if you wanted to, and then fucking, as we said, Volcarona's gonna be the key part to this set. Like, this is gonna be scary.
Let's say it. Yeah, actually, Sceptile EX by itself, it has a pretty decent attack. You know, if you have Ariados, you can go ahead and poison your opponent, and then use Assassin Claw. That if your opponent is affected by a special condition, this attack does 70 more damage off of a base of 60. So 150, you add yourself a Muscle Band, 170. Which, not bad. It can attack by itself if you need it. Oh, and then you have the turn of poison damage, so that's 180, so KO on most standard EXs.
Yeah. Like, but this is another sleeper card with this set, that pairs really well with Sceptile EX.
Yep.
Is because now you're just drawing, if you draw especially grass energy, is actually Vespiquen.
Let's see, I assume you're talking about Bee Revenge?
No, well, not just that, but information control.
Oh, okay. Information control. 10 damage. You may draw cards from your deck until there are 6 cards in your hand. Huh.
Yeah. Let's say you draw 2 energy off of Vespiquen's energy control. I mean, information control. And then you actually switch in Mega Sceptile EX.
Which, that is viable since Vespiquen does not have any retreat cost.
True. And that's the other bit of, like, both Combi and Vespiquen in this set do not have any retreat cost. Which means, what you could potentially do is this. You can actually have Vespiquen take an attack, Well, if you get off information control first, you can take an attack, and then you can actually switch in Mega Sceptile EX, Jagged Saber, and then heal Vespiquen. So this way you still have reliable draw on the bench.
Let's see. Well, yeah, I guess so. But the thing I like most about Vespiquen is that Bee Revenge, because that's just like how, let's see, Plasma Freeze's Flareon works right now, and that was a really threatening card for a small amount of time.
With Battle Compressor?
Battle Compressors, Acrobikes, Great Balls, you can just get all these Pokemon into your discard pile, 10 more damage for each one there, and then, yeah, it does a lot of damage for just double colorless. Yeah. And what I've also been hearing is people want to pair this with the new Evolutions in this set. The Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon, whose abilities turn your Pokemon... hold on a second. As long as this Pokemon is in play, all of your Stage 1 Pokemon are now Fire, Lightning, and Water type respectively, as well as their original type. So you don't even need as many Pokemon in the discard for Vespiquen to do maximum damage.
Actually, believe it or not, another card for this set that is going to be extremely real actually is a promo card. And that's Salamence.
Huh. I haven't heard about that one.
Summon Minions is, I think, one of the most broken cards in this set. Well, attacks in this set. Because just for single colorless, you can search your deck up to 3 base hit and put them on your bench. Is that the way bottom of the page?
Oh, okay, way bottom?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so it is just 3 basic Pokemon. Okay, well, it does have Delta Evolution too, which helps speed up the evolution process, which is really, really important for Stage 2s.
Yeah.
Well, I would say that's kind of outdone by some other cards. Namely, again, we're just jumping all over the place. Where is it? Hoopa EX.
Yeah.
Which, you just play this thing on your bench, and you search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon EX, and put them right into your hand. So whether they're standard EXs, Megas, you just get them right into your hand, ready to go. This is going to be one expensive card.
True. Also, another expensive... I think, honestly, might not be the most expensive card in the set, because I'm thinking, just for sheer purposes, Giratina EX.
Oh, okay, we're getting to this thing. Yeah, this is, I think, not even arguably the most hyped card from this set.
It's the most underrated card this whole set, and the sad thing is, when somebody plays it, like if somebody actually sees what they can do with it, it is going to jump up in price. I'm sorry.
No. Competitive players are hyping this card to the death.
Yeah.
And this card is easily going to be $30 a pop.
Because Rebellious Wave pretty much shuts down any damage done by Mega Evolved Pokemon. This thing, guaranteed in the game, is called the Great Wall. This thing is going to be the Great Wall.
Yep, and not only does it shut down Megas, but its attack, Chaos Veil. Your opponent can't play any Pokemon tools, special energies, or stadium cards from his or her hand. You combine this with Vileplume, you almost have a complete lock on your opponent.
And that's the most dangerous thing. And it's base 170, and its attack actually does decent damage. This thing is going to be like anti-meta to the max.
And let's see, what else? Well, it's a dragon type, so it takes advantage of double dragon energy to cover the grass and psychic energy cost. Then just a double colorless, and there you go, you have it set up.
that is going to wreck. Thing is going to destroy lives. It's going to frustrate opponents. And if you don't have a fairy type, it's not going down easily.
Well, and the thing too is, the most common fairy type deck is the Mega Gardevoir deck, but you can't do anything with Mega Gardevoir.
And the funny thing about this is, it combos, I believe, well with Vespiquen at the same time. Well, no, Mega Sceptile.
Let's see, Mega. Yeah, Mega Sceptile. Okay.
You attack, you retreat Giratina. You attack, you put a grass energy on Giratina. That is full HP guaranteed back.
Yeah, it could benefit from that a bit.
That is the most disgusting thing in the world. If you play it right, there's no deck that can possibly get around that. You play Volume, you play Sceptile EX, you play Giratina. That is a wall right there. That is, just think about it. And then competitively, there's not much that can get around that.
No, not really. I mean, the metagame always evolves and adapts, so we'll see what happens.
Although there is one potential card that could take down that.
Let's see, what's that?
Well, actually, not really, because Guarantee still would be in the way. But another favorite card of mine in this set that I like is Mega Tyranitar EX.
Ooh, yeah, I mean, Tyranitar is like my second favorite Pokemon.
It's in my top 5.
Yeah, and this card is pretty ridiculous. You know,
Destroyer King does 110 plus 60 for each damage counter on your opponent's active.
So all you need is one piece of damage to KO a lot of EXs, and of course it also has Theta Double, so you can just go ahead and put yourself a put yourself a muscle band on it, and there you go.
Oh my lord!
And now, yeah, a lot of people have been saying, oh yeah, Mega Tyranitar, you pair it with Crobats. You know, the Golbat Crobats, which have the sneaky bites, so you can already get 2 or 3 damage counters on your opponent, and then this thing destroys even Megas in one hit. It's something, and I'm like. Now, what I don't like that a lot of competitive players have been saying is that, oh, it's too slow. You're not going to be able to set it up in time. Well, when you have cards like Mega Turbo. To get a Dark Energy on there, a double colorless, you can have it set up in 2 turns.
Not only that, but Tyranitar EX is just the basic. So I'm like, how is this thing slow?
Wait. No, we're talking about Mega Tyranitar. That's definitely not a basic.
I'm saying Tyranitar EX by itself is just a basic in the set. So I don't understand how they're saying it's slow.
No, they're definitely talking about Mega Tyranitar. Sorry if you thought I was talking about regular Tyranitar.
I'm saying not Mega Tyranitar, regular Tyranitar EX.
I mean, I don't really see anything special about that card.
No, I'm just saying they can just play Tyranitar EX and then just set up for the Mega. Like that.
Well, yeah.
Well, we'll come back to it.
Okay. Let's see, there's... What else was I wanting to say about Mega Tyranitar? Oh yes, one of the other complaints people have had about it is its ancient trait Theta Double. They're saying, oh, but that always leaves room, you know, if you attach the Spirit Link to it, it always leaves room for a Head Ringer. Which, yeah that's kind of true. You know, not unless you get 2 item cards. I mean, 2 tool cards. In your hand at once. But
true.
And it also suffers from a fighting type weakness, which is one of the most
common types in the
game.
Yeah,
it's one of the most popular types in the metagame right now.
I'm actually looking at the support, like the trainer cards, and one that really interests me off the bat is Ace Trainer.
Yes, Ace Trainer. The card people are saying is the new N.
Yeah.
Which, maybe it kind of is,
It is to a sense.
And by the way, what you do is you play it, and if you have more prize cards left than your opponent, you shuffle your hand into your deck, you draw 6 cards, and then your opponent draws 3.
Which, you know, if you're actually able to, like, I want to say, achieve a knockout, like, first or second or third turn, this becomes a very good card.
Well, that's decently disruptive if your opponent has taken an early lead. But I'd also say it suffers from being pretty situational, and also that you can't use it on your first turn. That's why N has been so popular, because you can go ahead, use the cards you want from your hand, and get a fresh hand of 6 cards. You know, but you can't use this in the beginning turns of the game because no one has taken a prize card. Which I actually like that, because what that means is your opening hand, if you get more cards with a whole bunch of draw cards like roller skates, acro bikes, or whatever, that your hand is safe.
Yeah.
Unless they have a red card, in which case they're running a very stally deck, so my prayers go out to you.
Believe it or not, and this was going back to Guaranteed EX, there's another card that I love with it, and that's Lucky Helmet.
This is a very interesting one.
Like,
yeah, you just attach it to your active. You attach it to your Pokemon if they take damage. Let's see. Oh, if they're active and they take damage, then you just draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
So hey, more draw support,
Yeah,
which is always amazing.
This set is more about getting cards early game. Between Vespiquen, Volcarona, and Lucky Helmet, this set has become more of getting support out by at least turn 3 or turns 4. And that's the crazy thing.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen speed like this in like forever in this game. Like, it outpaced, like, this set would cause deck to actually outpace anything else in this game now. Like, you can run defensive draw decks until you'd be able to just be like, I'll go ahead and play a Guarantee EX. I'll sit on it, attach a Lucky Helmet. I'll draw 2 until I can get my bench set up.
Let's see. Well, yeah, I'd definitely say a lot of this set is about speeding up certain kinds of decks, especially grass decks with being able to evolve, get grass energy on your Pokemon. Yeah, they also have Level Ball, that's coming back. Any Pokemon 90 HP or less, you get it free from your deck. Lucky Helmet, get more cards like that. But I also think the counterpart to this deck is that it also slows down certain other decks.
Yeah.
You know, like you have your Giratina EX, your Vileplume, the Stadium card Color Drain City, which you play that Mega Evolved Pokemon, take 2 damage counters in between each turn. Hex Maniac, supporter, which just shuts down, let's see, all abilities of each Pokemon in play, which that can be kind of clutch, especially against Giratina decks.
If this card was played back in the Seismitoad days, yeah, it would shut down Seismitoad.
Let's see. Well, it doesn't shut down Seismitoad itself, but it does shut down its common counterpart, Garbodor, which that's kind of funny. No, that wouldn't have worked, because basically you're playing a card to shut down an ability that shuts down abilities by shutting down abilities.
True. Actually, you know what the sad part is? Again, going back to Guarantee EX, there's actually a set that I have fallen absolutely in love with, and that's Metagross.
Let's see, which one?
The full art one, actually.
Okay. Let's see, the Faded Double One, so 2 tool cards. Let's see, why do you like it?
Because first of all, it combos well. Actually, no, it's actually not that one, it's the other one.
Oh, okay. The magnet warp.
Yeah. That is going to be beautiful. Just because ability-wise, it's a free switch.
But the thing is, your opponent gets the free switch too, and they get to respond to what you switch in with.
Okay, that's fine. But if I have 2 guaranteed EXs on the board, I'm not even worried about it. Like I can just I can force you to switch into a Mega Evolved Pokemon whenever you're not ready. And because guaranteed it doesn't take any damage off of that, it's a free wall.
Well, I guess I could see it as nicely disruptive. If your opponent has a Pokemon out that is just, you know, all set up, crazy powerful, OHKO and everything, then they do have to switch it out, while you get to bring your power in.
Yeah.
But also, you know, this is a stage 2 Metagross, so unless you have Wally, you're also looking at 3 turns before you're able to use this thing.
Yeah.
And also, if Seismitoad's a thing, then you know, you won't be able to search for it with you know, with your balls or anything else. That's always been the problem with stage 2 is after Seismitoad was introduced.
Yeah. I think another card in this that I'm actually looking for is Color Drain City.
Oh yeah, I just mentioned that.
Oh, but yeah, that's another card I'm looking forward to because it pretty much limits the number of turns your Mega Evolve is in play.
Let's see. Well, oh no, it applies to all Mega Pokemon in play.
Yeah.
So that also means the ones on your bench.
Exactly.
And this makes me kind of sad, because you do also have Primal Groudon. Like, that's one of my favorite cards, one of my favorite decks to run. And this really, really hurts it, because, you know, the thing about Primal Groudon is it was safe on your bench. Your opponent could not Lysander it out. So you could just go ahead and set up all you want, but this unfortunately puts a clock on that. Not that it matters after, you know, you had a Mega Turbo in play, so that really accelerates Primal Groudon getting ready, but still.
Yeah. Actually, Volcarona, now I think about it, looking through this complete set, Volcarona becomes a lot more dangerous than people think, because there's this thing called Lugia EX.
Let's see, yeah, the replacement to Mewtwo EX.
Yes, and actually, me and a friend, we were just recently talking about this, and I mean, granted, I love Mewtwo, like me and him, we both love Mewtwo EX because of X-Ball.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is a decent replacement to it. But double colorless?
Yeah. I mean, Mewtwo dash Lugia here, they'll always have a place in the metagame because they do a lot of damage when your opponent is doing successful, when they have a lot of energy on their Pokemon. And also, Deep Hurricane is a, second move is a pretty viable move because 80 damage plus 70 more if there's a stadium in play, so that's 150.
Honestly, you can also combine Lugia EX with Mega Sceptile.
Yeah, I guess so. Though then again, Lugia, all you need is a double colorless. You don't need to really go out of the way to set it up.
Well, no, the reason behind that is, it has base 170 HP, but here's what I was thinking, is that you can play Mega Sceptile and then use, I think it's Jagged Edge, if I remember correctly.
Jagged Saber.
Yeah, Jagged Saber, do 100, attach 2 Leaf Energies to Lugia EX, healing it.
Along with double colorless.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, in the back, you have when Mega Sceptile eventually does get knocked out, you have a monster in the back with Lugia EX.
Let's see. Well, I would say Yveltal EX would probably be a better option for that because that also gets the extra 20 plus just due to its due to the nature of its attack.
True.
Let's see, and also just one more thing about Lugia. It's unfortunate that it's weak to electric types, because Mega Manectric and Raichu are still very big threats.
Yeah, but Deep Hurricane actually, it has a second, with it being able to discard a stadium card, it actually, if you play it right, it's actually a lot better than people think. Because it's 150, you're getting, especially if your opponent has a stadium that benefits them more than you.
Like Color Drain City.
Yeah. That is 150, you get rid of that stadium. And it's yeah. Plus, it resists fighting at the same time.
Yeah, that's always good.
Which, with Machamp EX being a thing in the set, yeah.
Okay, so I think I want to talk about a few of the odder strategies you could possibly use in this set. The first one being the Magikarp Gyarados.
I actually haven't. Let me look at this.
Yeah, now it's gonna be the full art Gyarados, the one with the Theta Double. So what this thing does is it has its attack Thrash. Or wait, no, yeah. Wait a second. No, my bad. It was counterattack. Yeah, it's first attack. Counterattack for just 2 colorless. It does 30 damage times the number of damage counters on all your benched Magikarp. Now, Magikarp can only have 20 damage at most on it. And you can only have 3 of them in play, because the other one has to be your Gyarados.
Yeah.
But if you have a card from, it was like the Team Aqua, Team Magma set. It was like some sort of Magma Stadium where any time you put a Pokemon into play, it takes 20 damage. So let's say you have a Gyarados set up. Then you have all 3 of your Magikarps. You put them onto your bench. They take 20 damage each. So that's going to be 30 damage times 6, 180. And then you have Theta Double, so you can put a Muscle Band or 2 on there if you want. So then you're doing like 200 damage for 2 colorless energy.
True.
It was a really, really weird strategy that was suggested to me. And if you're going to the pre-releases for this set, this is actually the card you're going to get.
But like beyond Gyarados, another card that really interested me is the Camp EX in the set.
Let's see.
Ice Caliber.
Kyurem. Well, I guess you do get to discard 1 energy from your opponent, but...
Well, no. Basically, for your opponent can't attack their next turn.
Wait, hold on. During your opponent's next turn. The defending Pokemon can't... Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I read that in reverse. Well, I would say Kyurem EX is very slow to set up with all the water energy it needs. So, yeah, oh my goodness, you need 4 turns to set that up by itself. But then again, you do also have your energy acceleration.
Yeah.
Let's see. Going back to my odd strategies.
Unknown is another card that.
Actually, this is going to be really good, and here's why. Now, its ability Last Will. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may discard it and all cards attached to it, and then you draw a card. Now, that sounds like it sucks, because, you're discarding 1 card to get 1 more back. So why play it in the first place? Well, what if I say you get a Primal Clash Swampert into play, and you have Diving Surge. So you can get any card you want from your deck, you put it on top of your deck, you discard it unknown, and you get exactly the card you need.
Well, it's not just that. A, it doesn't count as a knockout Pokemon at the same time. And B, it's clearing room off your bench.
I know a lot of people have been saying, oh, this is really going to be a good card, but I kind of don't see it that way unless you can actually get the exact card you need.
Well, okay. Typically, like especially when it comes to me, is I don't like to play more than 4 bench Pokemon at a time because then something can happen. It stretches out your resources, and it kind of ruins you late game. Unknown, but it doesn't count as a knocked out Pokemon, so your opponent cannot get a prize card off of that.
Well, that's if you use its ability. If it's knocked out regularly, then yeah.
Yeah. But most of the time, this thing is going to be like, hey, I'm going to play 2 of you, knock both of you out, draw 2 cards. So I can play 5 as long as one of us is unknown. Just like whenever I get whatever I need, I can go like, hey, knock out unknown, draw an extra card for that, and then go in.
But the thing is, unknown takes space in your deck, which you could have just you could put that with more cards that you would need, that you would want to draw off of a supporter or something.
Also, it combos well with, I can't remember, we just talked about the card. Oh man, what was it? Because it's another monster in the discard pile.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
Oh man, what was it? We just talked about it too. I'm looking for it now. Because again, since it's also still a Pokemon in the discard pile. That what Pokemon was that? Oh man.
That's it. Well, while you're searching for that, I think I'll go on to another weird Pokemon you could do some weird strategies with, and that's Claydol. So. I'm not looking at Hyper Beam, which for some reason only does 30 damage. Like, what? A Hyper Beam doing 30 damage? I don't even know.
I think in the game is base 150.
Okay, so, no, what I'm interested in is its attack Rewind, where you remove the top evolution card from each of your opponent's Pokemon, and then you put them into their hand. Now, you might think, oh, but wait, then they can just re-evolve them on the next turn. Well, not if devolving them knocks them out, because they already have damage on them.
Well, not only that, but then it forces your opponent, especially, I think, I gotta find the ruling on this, but if you send back a Mega Evolved Pokemon, do you still have to wait the next, well, it should, I wonder if you can devolve Mega Evolved Pokemon.
Well, yeah, because that's an evolution card.
Yeah. So then that's another turn of, I have to wait to attack again. And
the thing is, everyone uses Spirit Links, so that's usually a non-issue.
Yeah.
So they can just put it back. But even if you can't knock them out like what I was suggesting before, you can make them shuffle those cards back into their deck with like a red card or something.
Even Ace Trainer.
Yeah. Actually, that'd be really disruptive too. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they take an early lead. And then you devolve all of their Pokemon and force them to shuffle all those evolutions back into their deck and only get 3 cards.
Yeah.
Wow. That's nasty.
Because now you're limiting what they have on the field and what they have in their hand.
Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
So, yeah, Claydol can be one of those really weird but clutch Pokemon. Let's see. So, what I would cover next is Golurk, the full art one.
The one that becomes a fighting and a psychic type?
Yes, because if you also have the new Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon on the field, you have 5 potential weaknesses you can exploit.
Oh, yeah.
And Superpower is actually pretty easy to set up, because if you have a Dimensional Valley, it only costs 3 colorless energy. You can use a double colorless and just a regular energy, and bam, it's ready to go. It does 80 damage. You can multiply that by 2, along with a muscle band to do 180 on regular EXs, or you can do 40 extra to get the KO if you need it. And now I'm assuming weakness is coming into play as well.
Let's see.
Again, these are very weird strategies that might not work in practice, but hey, they might be worth a try.
Oh man! Actually, I just thought of And I understand why Guaranteed EX is going to be at least a $30 card.
Yep.
You can actually combine Bad Energy and Lucky Helmet onto it.
So yeah, they take damage from attacking you, and then you get extra cards.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, that'd also be really annoying.
That would actually no, it would not work because Guaranteed EX doesn't take any damage from actually, is it Mega Evolve or EX? It is Mega Evolve. Okay, so that's actually even better.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't think there's too much more. Oh, we do have Sableye, which for 1 Darkness Energy, you can choose a supporter in your opponent's discard pile, use it as the effect of the attack. So you can like reshuffle your hand with a or get new cards with like a Sycamore or something in their discard. Who knows?
Not even that. If your opponent is playing Ace Trainers.
Well, I mean, if your opponent is able to play Ace Trainers, that means you can't play the Ace Trainer.
Well, they could also, if they're dumb enough, Compressor one.
Well, I can see that happening just to thin out their deck. So maybe.
You have stuff like Paint Roller, which disrupts stadiums. You have Eon Arm, which shuffles 3 Pokemon tools back. Let's see. Whimsicott is another interesting card.
Oh, thank you for bringing that up, because I just completely passed this card over, and then I took a little closer look, and I'm like, wait a second. It can move all damage counters on one of your Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon. So imagine this thing paired with Wailord.
Oh god, no.
Your Wailord sponges up all this damage. You switch it out somehow. You're gonna need a switch card or something, and then you just blow all of that damage onto your opponent.
I just thought about that. Metagross, Whimsicott, Guaranteed EX.
Metagross, Whimsicott, Giratina. Explain?
Okay, so in theory, you use Metagross's ability to switch.
Yeah, right.
If you already have a sponge, like a guarantee that's taking damage, right? I'm saying 250 of its. Sorry, like 150 of its 170, right?
Yeah.
You can actually switch Whimsicott in and use Wind Mischief to take all the damage off of Guaranteed EX onto your opponent's new app.
Hey, still there?
And then you can keep switching it back in Guaranteed EX for free.
Mm-hmm.
Which that means you have a wall that can take damage and heal itself with Whimsicott, and you have a free switch.
It sounds to me like that would take quite a bit of work to set up, but sure.
Actually, not really, because you would be running like Volcarona with Sunbath, so you can get continues to the bench. You can get Beldoms. You can get Guaranteed EX for free.
Let's say, yeah, okay, I think I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's it, and I think with that, yeah, that's all the interesting cards that I can see from this set.
Yeah.
So, how about go and take a look at these beautiful full arts?
I love the Mega Infros EX full art.
I mean, some of these EX cards look like complete garbage because they have like this pseudo 3D thing, like on Lugia EX or
Machamp.
Yeah, Machamp, Tyranitar. Just ew. I like the cards, but they look gross. But their full arts are absolutely incredible.
Yeah. to me, my favorite EX would be in this set would probably be Mega Ampharos EX, just because of the hair.
Yes.
And I find that so funny, both in the TCG and in the game, everybody slept on Mega Ampharos until they realize how bulky it is.
Yep. Yeah. In the game, Mega Ampharos, bulky, powerful. It's just good in many different ways.
Like Sleep Talk, Mega Ampharos is a thing.
Let's see. Yeah, Hoopy X just stands there like a BA, arms crossed. But Champ just giving out a nice, strong dynamic punch there.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Tyranitar. Just that red background. I want this. I just want that immediately.
I think the question here is, what deck can I possibly build? As a competitive player, I think Machamp is viable in the deck. Well, I can run Machamp Ariados.
That would be my deck of choice for this set.
Yeah.
Because I just love fighting decks. I have all the cards I need to make those things operate.
Yeah, and you can throw in a guaranteed EX just in case.
Ooh, look at that full art Lugia EX. That is power. Sorry, go on.
As I said, Metagross, Giratina, Whimsicott is a deck. Volcarona is one of those cards you can splash in any kind of deck and it works.
Yeah, Volcarona is one of my favorite ones too. Oh, and I also just realized we didn't go over the secret rare Primal Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza. Which, there's nothing really much to say about them since they're exactly the same as their Primal Clash Roaring Skies counterparts, except their ancient trait was changed to Theta Max, which you just heal all damage from a Pokemon when you evolve, which I think that's much, much worse than their regular ones. Like, Mega Rayquaza, that had Delta Evolution, you could just evolve it on the first turn, no problem. Primal Groudon, it completely safe from all types of cards with what was it? Omega Barrier, and then Primal Kyogre get attached 2 energy per turn to it with Alpha Growth. I don't see any benefits from this.
To me, the only viable Primal in this set that I could actually run, I can toss in a deck with no problem, would be Primal Groudon EX. You can easily run that into a Machamp deck.
Well, I wouldn't think so, because you'd have to invest a lot of energy into Machamp in the first place. And Primal Groudon, that requires 4 fighting energy.
Actually,
so, yeah, you have to invest a lot of energy and a lot of turns to get them both powered up.
Actually, it's 3 fighting and the colorless.
Well, the colors to me might as well just be another fighting.
Yeah. It gives you a bigger option for more damage.
You know, but if Machamp EX does a super amount of damage anyways, I don't really see the point in Primal Groudon.
Yeah, but I mean, out of the 3, between both the Primals and Mega Rayquaza, if I was playing one, it would probably be Primal Groudon.
Alright, so with
I'm happy they brought energy retrieval back.
Well, that was reprinted in Primal Clash, so
yeah.
I mean, this is just the shiny secret rare. Actually, that looks really good.
Yeah,
everything sparkles. And the secret rare trainer's mail. You get your golden ticket in the mailbox there. Going off to see Willy Wonka and his chocolate factory.
But as I said, I'm like, out of all things, just for Volcarona, man, like that thing is splashable with any deck. It does Flamethrower does decent 60, but Sinbeth is the attack you're really going to use for it. The ability to thin out your deck like that is going to be crazy.
But the ability to set up and thin out.
Yeah. that's going to be broken in. Like you can play it in any kind of deck and it's viable. Like there's not a card that does not benefit from Volcarona.
Yep, and it just requires a colorless energy, so that's no problem.
Yeah.
That's well, I think with all that said, this set review should be over. I hope you all look forward to this set and that you can make some great decks with this, especially with all those older black and white cards going out of format.
I'm running a Trippy X.
Yes, that again, I think we're in agreement on that one. That's just such a simple but good deck to make. True. All right. Well, thank you very much, citizens, and you sketchy people. Is that what you call them?
I haven't actually come up with a name for my people.
Well, whatever the heck you want to be called. I don't want to be applying any labels here prematurely.
Look,
so,
they switched from the Sketchy Nation to them Sketchy Citizens to my customers to I don't know what they call them.
Well, you know, Sketchy Citizens. That combines a bit of both from both.
Yeah.
Both our audiences. Anyways, thank you very much for watching the set review. I hope you like it. I hope you got some ideas for new deck building in the future. If you have any other ideas or want to comment on any of the stuff we discussed, go ahead and leave a comment below. And if you like the video, you know what to do. The likes, the shares, all that.
And with that, we'll go ahead and get out here. Remember to go ahead, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Yeah.
Indeed. So, thanks again for watching, and this has been President Vocelli.
And your boy.
Signing off.